So that's focus. So
Exactly.
if I were to tell you have one focus, just one focus, but you also have a million distractions, a million distractions that can take your time, but you only have one focus. How easy is it to stay focused? This is my focus, and nothing is going to take me off that focus. Ha! What if you were to tell yourself that? Nothing is going to take me off this focus. Nothing is going to take me off my focus. We have to just know what that focus is. My focus is to learn how to communicate better, to learn how to become more versatile. And I said, how are you going to do it? Il a dit, through audiobooks and through practicing. Everything is practice. Beatrice says, I want to learn how to focus. How do you learn how to focus? How? How do you learn how to focus? One step at a time. Practice. Right? One step at a time, practice. Okay? All right. When you love yourself, when you try to love yourself, try to find different approaches to love yourself. You know, if I ask yourself, what did you guys do this week to be able to love yourself? And you said, you know what, I put a big heart on my mirror with some lipstick and I put, I love you. And after day 4, it really pissed me off. So I erased it. Okay. It doesn't mean you don't love yourself. It just means that you have to change your approach on how you love yourself. Maybe you want to give yourself a hug. Guys, you have to show yourself that you love you. That you love you. That you love you. Now I'm going to ask you to write down one thing. When you love yourself, do you feel like you get pleasure or do you get pain? And I say, go out this weekend, love yourself. What goes on in your mind? How does that make you feel? Oh shit, how am I going to love myself? That's uncomfortable. Painful, maybe. Painful. Maybe. Right? How does that make you feel? If your first reaction when I say, go out and love yourself this week, and you say, instead of, yes, I'm going to love myself. You see, we're brought in a society where that if you love yourself, it's called egotistical. You guys believe that?
No.
Okay. If you love yourself, it's called?
Narcissism.
Narcissism. Aha. So we need to break the equation. Love yourself equals narcissistic. We need to break that. Because loving yourself has nothing to do with being narcissistic. Nothing. But it has everything to do with kindness and love and honesty. When you love somebody else, are you called a narcissist? When we have pain, what's the first thing? I'm going to come hurt you. What's the first thing you're going to do? You're going to run the fuck away. You're going to run away. If I'm going to hurt you and I'm going to give you pain, your natural instinct is to run the other direction. Right? If I come and I say, I'm going to give you a big hug, I love you, let's go to the spa, let's do this, let's do that, you're going to call me and be like, okay, let's go, because I'm giving pleasure, right? How does that make you feel? What do you feel? Pain or pleasure? So if you tell me pain, that means we're all animals, right? And our natural instinct is to run away from pain. So if I tell you, go out and love yourself, and you say, I feel pain, you're going to run away from loving yourself. Aha. So when did you learn it was painful to love yourself? When? When did you learn it was painful to love yourself? Write that down. All of it. Did you learn that from somebody else? Did you see somebody not loving themselves so you copied? Is it something that you did that you said, I'll never love myself again? Is it something that you do that you don't love? When I ask you, do you love yourself? The question should be yes, and it gives me pleasure. It gives me pleasure to love myself. But if your first sentence was pain, you're gonna run away from loving yourself, and your actions will prove it, which is the seed of self-sabotage.
Why do people do?
So do you love yourself only once and we're done? Do you love yourself? Do you brush your teeth once and you're done for the week? Do you work out once in your life and you've got the body that you want? No. Why? Why? We eat a salad once and, you know, we're healthy and we're good to go? Why? Why?
Parce que c'est un travail sur le long run.
Why?
Parce que la vie, elle n'arrête pas. La vie, elle ne dure pas juste une journée.
There's something else that happens.
C'est vrai.
Entropy. Entropy is the law that everything decays if you don't take care of it. Entropy is the law that if you don't take care of something, it decays normally. Entropy happens every day, and us as humans, we have to fight every day to fight.
It's going to
Decay.
D-E-C-A-Y.
Decay. Why do you think somebody who's 40 or 50 or 60 or 70, their mindset as they get older decays? Because they stopped working on it. Why do they say that after somebody retires, the chances they die are very high? Why? Because they stopped working on themselves. You have to always be working on yourself. And that is the law of successful mindset. Always be working on yourself. Always be looking to grow. Because if you're growing, you're not
dying.
Decaying. You're eventually dying. So when I tell you, do 3-4 amazing things for yourself daily. 4 accomplishments per day. 4 accomplishments per day, and I want you to write them down. You know what you're doing? You're fighting entropy. You're fighting your DMN mode.